last game of the NBA Cup's quarterfinals in the knockout stage features the most pivotal matchup between the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Lakers since the days of Tim Duncan versus Kobe Bryant. While both teams have been having injury issues as of late, they have started their seasons off strong between the Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves led Lakers and a much improved Victor Wembanyama-less San Antonio Spurs. It's the second of four meetings between these two rivals. The Lakers got the better of the Spurs in the first meeting back on November 5th, where they overcame a 12-point deficit with 1:26 left in the third quarter, surviving a frantic final second of regulation. Marcus Smart committing an inbound turnover with 1.2 seconds left, Jake LaRavia fouling with 0.2 seconds left, Julian Champagnie missing both free throws, the second one intentionally, and Keldon Johnson's tip-in bouncing out off the rim. In the absence of Reaves and LeBron James, Luka Doncic had a near triple-double in that game, 35 points, 9 rebounds, and 13 assists with 5 steals and 2 blocks, while DeAndre Ayton accounted for 22 points and 10 rebounds. The Spurs starting five all had double-digit points, led by Wembanyama at 19 points and 8 rebounds, and Stephon Castle, who had 16 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals. In terms of injury issues, they were without De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper for that match. Both of them are healthy, although Wembanyama remains out of a calf strain since November 14th. Castle has missed 10 games because of a hip flexor strain, but Castle has since returned to action. LeBron's out the first 14 games of this year because of sciatica, which is lower back pain that can extend down the leg. He's averaging 16.1 points per game since his return, the lowest scoring output of his NBA career. For the first time since his first year with the Heat, he's on a team that's not built around him, as this team is built around Luka Doncic. Hello everyone, I am Alec Nava. Glad to be back here calling sporting action here for the first time since the Group C match in the Western Conference between the Houston Rockets and the Spurs. The winner of this game will face the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Cup semifinals that are going to take place at Las Vegas. The New York Knicks and the Orlando Magic have prevailed in their respective matches. The Knicks blowing out the Toronto Raptors, and the Magic outlasting the Miami Heat in the Battle of Florida. And a 1v1 showdown between the two. The Magic prevailing with their ecstatic defense that's been lock and key all throughout. The Lakers and Spurs look significantly different from the last time that they played. This time the Lakers will have all of LeBron, Reaves, and Gabe Vincent healthy as they all missed the first game. The Spurs will have Castle and Harper healthy, although Wemby is going to sit out of this game. It's fair to say the Lakers are favored given they have healthier bodies and who is healthy, though LA had a top time containing Castle, Devin Vassell, and Julian Champagnie last time around. The Spurs have won 8 of their last 11, and while the Lakers have won 9 of their last 11, they alternate between wins and losses in their last 4. San Antonio, meanwhile, had 2 third-quarter meltdowns against the Cleveland Cavaliers and New Orleans Pelicans, although they beat the Pelicans. LA is undefeated in Cup play this year, so both teams are going to take an all-hands-on-deck approach for all 48 minutes if they want to punch their tickets to Las Vegas. For the Spurs, the big question is, can they keep up with Doncic and the Lakers without Wemby? It is possible. However, it's going to be a hard task by all means. Despite San Antonio playing with a healthy Wemby, it was Luka who led the Spurs defense for a near triple-double, with Castle taking most of the responsibility of guarding him. Despite the Lakers erasing a 12-point deficit, the Spurs still had a chance to tie, but Champagnie missed both free throws, as mentioned before, the second one being intentional. While the Lakers are 6th in offensive rating, they're 20th in defensive rating, which has been their biggest flaw this season. Without a true rim protector and some lackluster defensive guards, they've allowed teams to score 116 points per game. This is not a game where the Spurs can stop the Lakers, but rather keep up with them offensively. For that to happen, San Antonio needs to tighten up in the third quarter. Head coach Mitch Johnson has been disappointed of how his team has come out of halftime this season. After 2 games of giving up 40-plus points in the third, one would have to expect better in a win or go home scenario. Facing a lethal Lakers offense, there is no room for disastrous defensive stretches. And for most of this roster for the Spurs, it's their first real playoff experience, technically speaking. But the prize isn't an NBA title. It's rather some cash prizes. $500,000 to be exact. There's plenty on the line for this young group. The Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, Kelly Olynyk, and Luke Kornet have playoff experience at the table, with Barnes winning a championship in 2015 with the Golden State Warriors. Olynyk has been part of a deep playoff run with the Boston Celtics, Kornet being part of a championship team with the Celtics in 2024. Fox was part of the 2023 team with the Sacramento Kings that made the playoffs. The like the beam year. There's plenty on the line for this young group. Still, the rest of the team hasn't had any meaningful playoff experience unless you count Stephon Castle and its national championship runs with the UConn Huskies in the NCAA. This is a chance for the Spurs to know how they're going to fare under the bright lights. For the Lakers, they're looking to avoid getting lit up by the trio of Castle, Vassell, and Champagnie. They pestered the Lakers all night long, exposing their weakness. Defense, particularly against speedy, athletic perimeter guards. In that game, LA was without Reaves and James. And the Lakers, who should be the better team based on who is healthy and the amount of healthy bodies on the team. The Spurs don't have Wembanyama. But the big question for the Lakers is, will they play like the better team? On paper, DeAndre Ayton should take advantage of San Antonio's lack of interior presence. Luke Kornet and Kelly Olynyk are no slouches. However, their defense has seen a noticeable slip without the length of Wembanyama, as they went from top 10 in the league to bottom 10 after Wembanyama suffered that calf strain. LeBron James is averaging 7.7 points in the paint in his first 7 games since missing the start of his schedule with Sciatica, making up 48% of the scoring output. But one thing that's noteworthy is that Reaves has gotten off to the best start of his career. He already is a game winner, set a new career high in points, and is on pace to make his first All-Star game. Of his growth and development being a shock to many, LeBron James, on the other hand, isn't all that surprised. He said, quote, from his Mind the Game podcast, he came into the season a lot healthier, but also just the confidence, understanding the role that his role is going to continue to pick up. More usage rate, more responsibility. He's not just one of the guys. He was one of the guys on our team and wants that responsibility. And Reaves has proven that he brings the best regardless of the situation. And the sky is the limit for him. So how this goes, it's going to be a very big, intriguing point for the Lakers, given his vast improvement, possibly being a most improved player candidate, with his scoring output increased all the way to 28 points per game, second on the team, behind Luka Doncic, who is averaging 35 points per game. And also, he's averaging nearly a triple-double, 35 points, 9.2 rebounds, 9.1 assists per game. A front-runner for the MVP, among MVP candidates. Our starting lines begin with the San Antonio Spurs, who are the visiting team in this NBA Cup match. Aaron Fox is at the point guard, Stephon Castle at shooting guard, Devin Vassell is the small forward, Harrison Barnes at power forward, and Luke Kornet at center. Off the bench, the Spurs will rely on Dylan Harper, Julian Champagnie, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan, and Kelly Olynyk. For the Lakers, their starting 5 is as follows. From the point guard spot, it is Luka Doncic. From shooting guard, Austin Reaves. Small forward is Rui Hachimura. Power forward is LeBron James. At center is DeAndre Ayton. Off the bench, the Lakers will have Gabe Vincent, Marcus Smart, Jake LaRavia, Jared Vanderbilt, and Jackson Hayes. Hayes was the starting center for the Lakers down the stretch after Anthony Davis was traded away for Doncic. And Nico Harrison was fired months after making that trade. And despite drafting Cooper Flagg first overall, being rewarded for it in the draft lottery, despite losing the play-in game. Mitch Johnson is the second-year head coach for the Spurs, was named the full-time head coach his first year full-time. Does have the help of Sean Sweeney, the associate coach of the team, and former Philadelphia 76ers head coach Brett Brown as an assistant, and his second stint with the Spurs as an assistant. Brown has seen 2 separate stints with the Spurs, and it's part of the Greg Popovich coaching tree. J.J. Redick is the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. He does have the help of 2 former head coaches, Scott Brooks, who formerly coached the Oklahoma City Thunder and Washington Wizards, and Nate McMillan, the former head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, Indiana Pacers, and Atlanta Hawks. The opening tip-off is moments away, so we'll get to look at around the league for final scores in the NBA Cup. So game time is coming up. So as we go over the final scores of the NBA Cup quarterfinals, we'll go over to yesterday's scores first. It was 117-108 Magic over Heat, with Desmond Bane scoring 37 points. The lead, an impressive outing. The Magic traded away 4 first-round picks to get him, and this is the result that they were looking for when they acquired him. 37 points on 14 of 24 shooting, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Jalen Suggs had 20 points, 2 steals, 4 assists to go with that. And Paolo Banchero, 18 points, 7 rebounds. The former first overall pick of his draft. Miami saw their entire starting 5 put up double digits, or the most noteworthy ones, Norman Powell with 21 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals. Tyler Hero, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Both Andrew Wiggins and Bam Adebayo each had 19 points. Adebayo added 8 rebounds and 3 blocks in the process. Between the Knicks and the Raptors, the Knicks handedly beat the Raptors 117-101. Led by the 35 points from Jalen Brunson on a very efficient 13 of 19 shooting. Karl Anthony Towns had 14 points and 16 rebounds. OG Anunoby had 13 points against his former club. Josh Hart with 21 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Mikal Bridges 15 points. For the Raptors, it was 31 points for Brandon Ingram with 6 rebounds and 6 assists. Jamal Shead had 18 points with 8 assists. It was an efficient 6 of 15. And among today's games, the first game was already decided and it wasn't even a contest. The Suns were missing Devin Booker, but they should not be missing him this badly. The Oklahoma City Thunder blew them out of the water 138-89. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander sat out yet another fourth quarter. The Thunder improved to 24-1, tying the record for the best start to a season in NBA history with the 2016 Golden State Warriors. SGA had 28 points on an extremely efficient 11 of 15 shooting, 8 assists, 2 steals. Chet Holmgren with 24 points, also very efficient, 9 of 13 with 8 rebounds and 3 blocks, trying to make his case for Defensive Player of the Year. J-Dub, Jalen Williams with 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. No Suns player had more than 16 points, which was set by Dylan Brooks, though he was very inefficient, 4 of 16 shooting. The most efficient shooter was Jordan Goodwin, 6 of 12 shooting. Though actually that was Jamari Bouyea with 14 points on 6 of 9 shooting with 6 assists. He was coming off the bench. Remember, Kornet is starting in the place of the injured Wembanyama for the Spurs. Okay, in his absence, he does have a game-winning block in the time in which he has filled in for the injured Wembanyama, the fallen soldier. J.J. Redick is 17-6 this season. He's won 9 of the last 11. But if you reduce that to the last 4, he's 2-2. This Mitch Johnson is 8 of his last 11. This team suffered back-to-back third quarter meltdowns. One of them has to be fixed, both of them. Getting back into the winning ways, the Spurs are heavy underdogs. And the Lakers are listed as 7-point favorites. Wembanyama took some dribbles and warm-ups that he was not ready to go. The tip-off will be between Cornet, the former Celtic, and Ayton, the former Sun. It was part of the Suns team that went to the NBA Finals in 2021. Luka Doncic is positioned all the way back at his end. It's LeBron James trying to get a head start all the way up front. Both De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle are watching him over to start this game. As Ayton wins the opening tip-off, let's get going. Spot at Las Vegas on the line here. Winner faces the Thunder. It is Luka. Watched by Castle as he moves up ahead. Tries to drive up front. Ayton the rebound. Here's Reaves from the left corner. Low too far there, and that was last touched by LA. It'll be Harrison Barnes inbounding. LeBron James in his 23rd year. Soon to be 41 years old in 20 days. Fox, the former King, was traded to San Antonio or package. Cornet heads it back. It is Vassell. Devin Vassell. He missed that one, and now the Lakers go back. It's Hachimura to James Reaves. What outstanding year he's had. Instead, the first of LeBron. Looks around Barnes. These two were opponents in the 2015 finals. And LeBron with an early mid-range shot. Guess the Lakers jump-started here at Los Angeles. You wonder if this is going to be a Hollywood movie for them, as here's the switch with LeBron guarding Fox with his quickness. Backing up as, I believe it's Vassell. They'll go left to Castle. Stephon Castle fades away. He's fouled by James. He draws the foul as he was fading away, activating up. LeBron James and Harrison Barnes. Tale as old as time as James shoots it right over the outstretched hand of Barnes. The Spurs are prioritizing attacking LeBron on that possession that Castle just had, in which he drove up and drew the free throws as he makes the first one. We are 1:09 into the first quarter. Going to get into some hockey action. John Knott, Ian Genji have the Detroit Red Wings and Calgary Flames broadcast here on Twitter Space. The second shot is good. He routed that in. Hachimura inbounds it. Scorebug says 3-1 Lakers, but it's 3-2 a tie. Reaves looks. Partial screen from James as he hands it off to him. Nice feed to Ayton. That shot rattles in. Off the feed from James. That was DeAndre Ayton on the same draft as Doncic was. Stepping back is Fox. Throws the free. From the top of the key that time, the Spurs attacking back with a quick pace. The Spurs like to operate with a fast pace, as do the Lakers. As Luka, efficiency. Luka Doncic showing that it is his show in Los Angeles now. And while the future lies through him in LA, they're in good hands now. Fox attacking LeBron, fades away, rattles it in. He's 2 for 2 now. Austin Reaves. This can be expected as a shootout between both squads. Along the line between the two of them, the Lakers being a veteran-laden squad as Reaves loses footing, defers to LeBron, who hooks it. Ayton. 8-7 the Lakers lead. Austin Reaves doing it all as a shooting guard. This free rattled out from Harrison Barnes from the left wing. Luka, the touchdown pass tipped away, broken up, but it's out of bounds, so it's an incomplete pass. The Lakers will keep it. What a feed from LeBron to find DeAndre Ayton. Hook, line, and sinker. Over at the free throw line, Ayton doing a little Kareem Abdul-Jabbar impression. Luka trying to find somebody open. He'll go to Ayton. Now back to Luka. He's doubled up. And Doncic dropped the foul. And he rattles it in. The drop coverage from the Spurs backfired that time. And as Luka was being held back, he draws the and one. Was grabbed onto from his left hand, onto his left arm by Castle. And either way, he is going to make them pay for that. The and one opportunity for Luka. You bet. It is 11-7 LA. Or if you want to think of something else, 7-11 as the Spurs are trailing. As they are attacking now with Castle. Ayton switches onto it. Castle kicks it out over to Vassell. Fox with Reaves on it. Right corner, Barnes fakes. Now he fires it. Off the mark. Rebound tipped. Grabbed by Ayton, who swats it over to Reaves. He'll wait. Lob one up over to LeBron. Easy finish. A lob pass from Reaves to LeBron James for the easy deuce for him as he gets away from the pressure. Devin Vassell with speed, attacking down the lane. Too far. Rebound grabbed by LeBron. What will he do? He'll go far side to Reaves. How outstanding is his improvement this year? Ayton airballs the layup. Vassell goes back. Reaves watches over Fox. Sutter stepping and kicking it back. Vassell fires the free. Another missed shot. That one off the rim. Luka the rebound. He'll go to Reaves. Hillbilly Kobe over to the King. Spurs begin the game 2 for 7 shooting. The pass tipped up by Vassell. He'll end this one off over to Castle. Off the knock. Castle. Layup good. Right around Luka. How crafty was that for this young fella? It is 13-9. Lakers still lead it. Past the 4-minute mark into this game. Reaves gets some help from Ayton. He'll feed him. Free throw line shot. Good. DeAndre Ayton wanting to revive his career over in LA after some forgettable years with the Portland Trailblazers. And so far it seems to be doing the trick. Right corner, it's Castle, a free. That rimmed out. The Spurs have made just 3 shots. LeBron will try a free. Too far that time. And it's Castle to rebound. Now they will attack. With speed moving up for Cornet is knocked away by Ayton. Intercepting the pass, and it'll go to Doncic. Watched by Castle. He'll take this one slowly. Ayton sets the screen. Luka. Castle staying with a step back free. Oh, that almost went through. Here's a long pass over to Castle. He'll try attacking Luka again. Foul and one. Right on the arm. Stephon Castle as reliable for the Spurs as he can be. And we'll have a timeout here. Castle will head to the free throw line when we come back. LA's transition game involves lob passes to the paint as they contest everything and are willing to make the risky moves, as shown by Reaves' lob pass to LeBron. Stephon Castle countering with a transition game in which he attacks with speed, using that downhill speed to his advantage. He'll be shooting one to cap off this and one sequence. He makes it. It's a 3-point game. Lakers lead at 15-12. I am Alec Nava. Welcome back to the NBA Cup quarterfinals. Whoever wins this game will face the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are trying to improve to 25-1. Here's Hachimura for the left corner. Yes, sir. Sweet feed. Over to Hachimura. He's been reliable as a corner 3-point shooter with LA. He was the one who shot the game-winning free at Toronto, as LeBron James chose to end his double-digit point streak on his own terms. And an answer from Harrison Barnes on the left corner off the feed from Castle, who's been doing everything. Luka Doncic, watched by Castle with Ayton saying the screen. Castle slowed up, and Luka holds on to it. One leg, short, Ayton the tip to nobody. It'll be Vassell who manned this one. Dylan Harper on the court for the first time. Castle speeds up, or that was Vassell, a foul on the play. It's a travel, actually. A travel against the Spurs. Devin Vassell with one too many steps. Gabe Vincent checking in for the first time. He takes the place of LeBron James, the former Miami Heat player, wearing number 7, as is Luka, who'll take care of matters. Reaves, stolen by Harper. It'll be Harper moving it downhill right on Luka. Rattles it in. Dylan Harper, number 2, pick selection and jersey number. Luka kicked out over to Ayton as he anticipated a block, and Ayton kicks it out over to Reaves. Fakes the free, he is fouled on the way to the basket. 6 points for DeAndre Ayton here with the Lakers, as we're seeing the first of Keldon Johnson and Julian Champagnie. It's 18-17 LA. Reaves off the inbound. Oh, he got checked up on the face. That is against Stephon Castle, the foul whistle. Spurs make some more changes, as is mentioned about Johnson and Champagnie. But oof, that did not look good as he was checked up on the face off the bump. The Castle was off to a great start offensively. Didn't need to do any of that. The Lakers draw a lot of fouls. Got checked up onto the face as he is wiping that off. Johnson and Champagnie on the court for the first time. Another foul called. The Lakers scored 24.2 points per game off the bench. As this foul is on Dylan Harper. And keep in mind, that 24.2 points per game is last in the NBA, as Doncic is going to shoot 2 shots. Short on the first one. The 39.2 points per game off the bench for the Spurs are 8th in the NBA. The Lakers rely a lot on their stars to produce. And of course, it's fitting. In Hollywood, we want to see the stars of the movie. Here, the Laker fans are watching the stars of their team. Luka's second shot, and that rattle in and out. Almost made that one in. That's a bit of bad luck going against him. It's De'Aaron Fox. Hooking ladder over to Johnson. Left side, Champagnie. Cornette, who kick it out over to Johnson. Keldon Johnson with Marcus Smart staying with him. Smart sticking with Johnson. Johnson tried to spin around, and a layup well defended by Smart. Forced a miss as Reaves finds Luka. Deep free. Oh my! A Doncic dazzler. A long free from the Crypto.com Arena logo. This shot, a foul. But Harper will go to the free throw line as a result. But how about Luka, the 27-foot running pull-up jumper from the right side, left untouched, and he made that look easy. Ever since he was acquired by the Lakers, he's been on another gear. Harper on his first shot. Good. Does someone different wearing number 2? First time someone's wore number 2 in San Antonio since Kawhi Leonard. Harper looks the part. Among first quarter points per game and first half points per game, Luka ranks tops. 13.1 and 21.1. In the entire NBA, that is. Now Harper's second shot. That missed. Harper gets it back and lays it in. A 3-point play. Jackson Hayes enters off the bench with Smart for this possession. He exchanged a miss for the layup. You make the most of that. Luka steps back and fires another free. Short. The rebound grabbed by Kelly Olynyk, coming off the bench as well. Harper fakes the pass, but Smart did not fall for the bait. Johnson will move it all the way back out for Fox. Olynyk the screen. It is Vincent Stanley. Fox pokes back. Missed. Reaves the rebound. Austin Reaves. It's 5-on-4. Now Olynyk gets back on defense. Luka attacking Olynyk. He'll fire another free and dazzle with it. 24-20. LA with the lead. With 3:54 left in the first. Luka Magic with 11 points in this first quarter. With another step back 3-pointer. We'll be right back in a moment. We're back here at Los Angeles, and Mitch Johnson challenging his players to do better in the effort. They cannot afford another third quarter meltdown like they had against Cleveland and New Orleans. That means ramping up the defensive pressure. But in all likelihood, this is going to be a game in which they're going to have to match up with them offensively. That's the best possible outcome for San Antonio, in which this turns into an offensive shootout between these two. We all know who LA runs their offense behind. The Spurs run a high-octane offense, with or without Wemby. Here is Johnson as he pulls up inside and lays it. Off the window. 12-8 the points in the paint in favor of the Lakers, make that 12-10. There's evenly balanced between them. Smart finding Reaves. Austin Reaves looking back. Smart sets another screen. Reaves still looking. Doubled up. Smart fakes the pass. He'll handle himself. Over to Luka. Upstairs. Tip. Missed that one. And the Spurs will move back with Olynyk. Olynyk to Harper. Right corner free on the way. Double rimmed out. The rebound tipped in. Keldon Johnson with 4 straight points for the Spurs in back-to-back possessions. Austin Reaves with 3 minutes left in the quarter. Reaves, Euro-stepping, lays it off the glass. Right around Olynyk. Well, how do you do there for the Oklahoma Sooner? Johnson almost stolen away. Backing up is Fox. Olynyk coming in to set the screen on Smart. Olynyk gets it. Hayes defending. Oh, he got bumped. That was Austin Reaves who ran into Olynyk. I know he did not mean to do that, but a foul is a foul by any means. Hayes, a Texas Longhorn. Staying on the course, Reaves sits down. LeBron James checks back in. Lead is still 26-24 LA. Olynyk looking for someone to get open. He'll activate up right on Hayes. Olynyk's half spin around him. Looks back. All the way for Champagnie. Shot clock running down to free. Champagnie, a deep shot on the way. Oh, he almost made that. The rebound comes back for Johnson. He'll try a free of his own. And he sinks it. The second chance points being very valuable. And Johnson tells Champagnie, I got your back. He has 7 straight points for the Spurs. Luka kicks it out. Here is Smart, a free. Airballed it. Caught by Hayes. LeBron, Luka, fakes the free. He'll activate up. Spin. Fades away, short, grabbed by Johnson. He's done it all in this sequence for the Spurs. Here's Harper. Dylan Harper pulls up and lays it in. That timeout worked for San Antonio. Spurs had trouble keeping up. In transition against the Lakers as Jake LaRavia is in the game. Whistle on the play. It's a technical foul. He got hit right across the face. And it's a technical foul against Luka Doncic. And they missed an obvious call. The refs were not buying it. Champagnie takes the shot and it's good. And Luka is still not happy. JJ Redick arguing with the officials about the missed call. They missed an obvious one. As Luka is still feeling the effects on his face. He's still steamed. The Lakers will get the ball right back. With Marcus Smart looking. He'll lob it up for LeBron. That's an easy deuce. Nice feed from Smart to James. That's it. That's LeBron's game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fox moves it back to Olynyk. Right back over to Fox. What will Swiper do? Harper. Right on Hayes. Harper. The mid-range shot. Missed it. Luka with the rebound. Pressuring up on Fox. James. Spin-a-rama around Johnson. Lost the handle, and it's Olynyk. Right back of it. Johnson will fire it away. How do you do? How do you do? Heat check time for KJ Free. Final minute of the quarter. It's a 13-4 run for the Spurs. Luka missed the free, is short. It'll be Johnson with another rebound. It's a heat check time still for Keldon. Dylan Harper. Letting the shot clock run down to 10. Austin Reaves is on him. Fox a partial screen. He'll take a free of his own. Knocks it down. De'Aaron Fox says it's my turn now. Marcus Smart, right down to the lane. He'll lay this one up with his left hand. It is a 6-point difference between San Antonio and LA. 22 seconds left. It is a 2-second difference between shot clock end the game clock. Once again, Harper is letting this one run down. Johnson thought about staying the screen right on Laravia. Harper running it down on the right side. Kicking this one out left corner. Now is Johnson. Heat check time. How about it? Keldon Johnson! Again! Reaves, this will count if it goes. Nowhere close. It's a 39-30 lead for the Spurs after 12 minutes of action. And Keldon Johnson ending the quarter on a ferocious heat check. 13 points. 5 of 6 on free-for-free shooting. When we come back, it's the second quarter. I'm Alec Nava. Stay tuned. Keldon Johnson, 13 points in the first quarter alone. That's his season average. He's their 6th man of the year candidate. If he keeps on going on this pace, though it's been a hotly contested debate between him, Reed, Shepard, Jaime Jaquez Jr., among others. Spurs continue to attack. Castle fades away. Off the mark, LeBron tips the rebound to himself. Lakers trying to get off to a better start in that second quarter, as opposed to the end of that first quarter. LeBron takes a mid-range shot short, and it's grabbed by Cornette. Lob pass, 2-on-1. Here is Castle. The defense catches up, and it is Johnson. Crowded, double team. Gabe Vincent all over De'Aaron Fox. Fox shifts over towards his right, and it's a travel. It's actually a kickball violation, actually. And I thought it's a travel. They're going to give the ball back to the Spurs off the kickball violation. De'Aaron Fox to inbound as the Spurs are going to retain it. Harrison Barnes enters back into the court with Johnson sitting down. He's earned a well-earned break after that heat check. Champagnie moving it down. Barnes. Fox open. Here's the free from him. Off the rim. LeBron with another rebound. It's Reaves. Austin Reaves. Can he create his own points? Around over Fox. Down the lane. Ayton. James. Reaves. He'll try a free this time. Missed this one. Champagnie to rebound. And now Castle rolling with it. Far side. Now Champagnie. Open free for him. All day to make it. Julian Champagnie getting open from the right wing. It's a 3-point shooting party for the Spurs. A pickpocket, and here is Fox. On the layup, blocked from behind by LeBron. Barnes keeps his one alive, but it bounces directly to LaRavia. On the right corner, give and go. LaRavia to LeBron. Down the lane, kicked out, right corner. It is Vincent. He's been struggling badly this year shooting-wise. 42-30, the Spurs lead now. After the Lakers control most of the first quarter up until the end. It's Castle. And a foul called as Luke Cornett got it off. The Lakers have struggled shooting threes, and Gabe Vincent has been the poster child of such. As the shooting woes extended onto him, even though he's making 37.2% of his threes, he's just made 35.2% of his shots. Cornett's first shot is good. Devin Vassell will check back into place of De'Aaron Fox. And while the Lakers are favored in this game, things seem tighter than most are. This is a young Spurs team with fresh legs. The second shot for Cornett is good. LaRavia to Reaves. Jake LaRavia setting up at the left wing. Gets a feed from Reaves. Now it is LeBron James. Vincent wanting to get the ball. Instead it's Reaves. Fakes the free. It is 12-5 fast break points in favor of the Spurs. That's been one of the big differences in this game. 5 to shoot as James will look behind the back. Over to Ayton. Blocked from behind. And James could not corral in the shot. Right corner Barnes. He'll step down on Barnes. Or Reaves rather. Reverse layup. Wildly missed. LeBron grabs it in front of Castle. Oh my goodness. That's going to be the third foul on Castle. And LeBron is hurt. Don't forget about the CA shit that he dealt with in the first 12 games of the season. And the sweat has to be he cleaned up at the middle of the court. What's that? Foul though. This Mitch Johnson challenge. He will not. Vincent finding Reaves at the middle of the court. Going over to LeBron James. How did they go with this transition game? The Spurs accounted for that transition game on the last possession as LaRavia fires a left corner free. Off the mark, and the rebound's grabbed by Champagnie. These guards are young and motivated for the Spurs, and they keep on going. Champagnie heading in from Austin. 47-30. 17-point lead for the Spurs. As the Lakers are seeing momentum slip away from them. We'll be right back. This has been a disaster for JJ Redick and the Lakers. The bench points are 27-2 in favor to Spurs. The fast break points have been one-sided. That's also in favor to Spurs. No sign of Luka Doncic here as LeBron hits a deuce from mid-range. 47-32, the deficit for the Lakers. The Spurs in total cruise control. The Lakers scored their first second quarter points of this game with that LeBron mid-range shot. It's Castle fading away, but he is fouled by Ayton. He's going to go to the line, shooting two. It was Rui Hachimura entering the game in the place of Jake LaRavia, who heads back onto the bench. Still, it is LeBron and Reaves controlling the floor together. Stephon Castle brings a youthful sense of energy for the Spurs. First shot is good. 48-32, now the lead. In a few days we'll figure out the NBA Cup final and who wins it on the 16th, as Castle is short on the second shot. LeBron the rebound, so we'll figure out the matchups once they're decided on the 13th. And those matchups will be decided later. The Thunder waiting for the winner this game. It is LeBron. Reaves the screen. James looks from the paint. He'll pull up on the rim. Ayton with the tip in. He says, I got your back, King. Castle with LeBron putting the blitz on him. Calling for the screen. Oh my goodness. Vincent shoves away Harrison Barnes. And DeAndre Ayton knows his role on the team as the team starting center, revitalizing himself on the lineup and earning the trust of JJ Redick. Luka Doncic comes back onto the game after a lengthy breather. They're going to need him for the rest of this half and maybe the rest of this game. Castle to Barnes and then back with Luka guarding Castle. For a foul on Vincent, Vassell posts up for mid-range. Whistle on the play, that's a foul. A bad foul to take on the jump shot. You cannot do that if you're DeAndre Ayton, and that's going to result in 2 shots for Vassell. He's averaged 20 points per game in his last 7 games. And JJ Redick is going to challenge the call. I don't know if he's going to win this, but we'll see what is called when we return with 8:05 left in a second. foul was not on Ayton. It was on Hachimura as he was shoving Vassell from behind. So the call is confirmed. It is a foul. They did not call it on Ayton. And J.J. Redick gets a technical foul against him in the end. So it'll be free throws. The first one is going to be Vassell shooting one, in which he makes it. So it'll be 3 shots for Vassell in the end. That's the second time which the Spurs are awarded a technical free throw. And Redick is heated, upset over the ruling. So here are the 2 standard free throws for Vassell, in which he will shoot. The first one is good. Jared Vanderbilt still on the bench. So that challenge didn't work. Second shot is good. And Vassell has made all 3 of his shots. 51-34 is the lead for San Antonio. Austin Reaves on the left side. Reaves continuing to survey. It is LeBron. Luka gets open. Immediately Champagnie onto him. Luka for the free throw line. In and out. It's been that type of night for the Lakers. So far as to note, as Castle, he gets shoved right onto the cameraman. He spills out right in front of the crowd. He gets helped up by Cornette. The Lakers have to be efficient on offense. From this point forward, that leaves no margin of error to make for anyone. Castle's going to shoot 2, but a lot of that on his elbow. The Spurs started out this second quarter with 8 straight points before the Lakers made their first basket. The first shot is good. It's a 52-34 lead. No more mistakes for LA, though the rest of the game is unpredictable of the sort. Second shot, too far. The rebound is held by James, as he and Hachimura were contesting for it. LeBron James surveying and getting a screen from DeAndre Ayton. LeBron driving down. The layup, good. Right around Cornette. The deficit trimmed to 16. San Antonio getting it back. 52-36 to score. I am Alec Nava on the play-by-play. Vassell, overarching, knocks it down. Makes the Lakers pay. And it is Luka Doncic who drive. A screen from Ayton, slowed up for a bit, and continuing, hooking one, making it, and one. Just what LA needs right now. They needed anything so as to get back any sort of momentum. As of late, it's been back and forth after the Spurs started out hot in this second quarter. The foul was against Julian Champagnie. So it'll be Luka to the line to try and convert this and one. Castle will sit down. Plenty of options for the Spurs off the bench. This free throw is good. Laravia is not checked back onto the court, but he is standing up on the bench. J.J. Redick calling the shots from the Laker bench as their coach. Dylan Harper looks. Moves over to Vassell. Barnes left all alone left corner. Oh yeah. And the 18-point lead's restored for San Antonio. It is Reaves who'll move up. Austin Reaves holding onto it, looking from the inside, trying to draw the foul. The refs were not buying that. Luke Cornette the rebound. It'll be Vassell. Will back out of it. Hachimura watching on to Vassell as it's Harper with the ball. The screen from Cornette. Harper still over. Reaves still on to Harper. Harper overarching again. This time it's too far, and it'll be Reaves. Looking around. Marcus Smart pull it free. Off the backboard, missing badly. It'll be Harper. Left side over to, I believe, is Vassell with Doncic guarding. Devin Vassell over the top. That is too far. It'll be Smart on the rebound. Marcus Smart looks at Hachimura's direction. He'll take it himself. Short on that layup. Barnes going away back off the Champagnie rebound. Ayton watches. Now it's Barnes will step back and fire another three. Short. This rebound, a long one to Aiton. Luka Doncic pulling up onto the far side. A half spin. He'll step back and fire free this time. Pure. Luka Doncic. The Lakers haven't forgotten about him, and he hasn't forgotten either. He has 17 points. San Antonio calls timeout here. 57-42, they lead when we return. Luka Doncic attacking the basket, attacking the rim on the last few possessions as he entered back onto the court. The Lakers know they ride or die with him and Reaves on the team. And with him being a very utilized here, it's been off to a very good start. And they're asking a lot of him to carry the bulk of this team. He is the third most career points per game in NBA history behind Wilt Chamberlain and Michael Jordan. Harrison Barnes, watching tight by Hachimura. Now Doncic joining him on as he is blitzing around. Barnes moves inside. Oh, a full-on body check. This is not hockey. Marcus Smart called for this foul. And while he is a defensive-minded guard, gotta know the line between what is a legal defensive play and what is a foul. Harrison Barnes to the line as the Lakers are over the limit. Barnes makes the first one, and it is a 16-point lead. A second successful shot would make it a 17-point lead, which was the case upon the first time out the Lakers. And it is the case. 59-42 is the San Antonio lead. Reaves on the court once again. Dylan Harper comes in to blitz. Smart moves over to the left corner, but now he backs out. It is Luka. Luka pulls up. Right over Vassell. Lays it in off the glass. It's 15 points the difference. 59-44. Largest lead was 18 points for the Spurs. Harper. Olynyk. Oh, they just shoot. Missed that one off the rim. Reaves with the rebound immediately goes to Luka. Doncic downhill. From the inside the circle, this one bounces out. And the rebound falls to Olynyk off the Vassell tip. Harper moves up. We'll kick it out. Barnes. He'll try it free from inside. Yes, sir. Harrison Barnes gets the Spurs back to the largest lead of this game. As we are 4-16 until halftime. Austin Reaves. From deep, the Lakers have struggled badly. 4 of 14. How about 5 of 15 now? Marcus Smart makes one of his own. 4 minutes left in the quarter. Spurs lead at 62-47. Keldon Johnson to Kelly Olynyk. Harper downhill again with a layup. Scoop and score. Dylan Harper right up with it. Very high basketball IQ heading into this draft. What's the second overall selection? Reaves downhill to layup. Good. Austin Reaves. Have a little how do you do off the glass. Harper again. Checking. Moving over to Vassell. Wide open. That one missed off the rim. A rare miss for the Spurs from deep. Here is Luka. Fouled. He draws the foul with Olynyk holding him from behind. From three, the Spurs are 10 of 20. And they are overall 20 of 40 in this game. The Lakers overall are 21 of 43. But those missed three-pointers have been biting them on the back. They're one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the entire NBA. Not really their game. Want to settle for more two-pointers. The first shot is good. For Luka, it's a 14-point game as Jackson Hayes re-enters. Ayton checks out. The Lakers wanted to get more defense, as Hayes is a defensive-minded center. Hachimura stays in the game for LA. San Antonio wanted to keep up with the same offensive pace. As Vassell checks out, Olynyk is still in. 20 points for Luka. Marcus Smart stays. 7 of 15 shooting for him as well. His second shot. That one's short. And it's Johnson the rebound. Fox goes to him as he's back onto the court. The Spurs have done well with Fox on the bench. They've got a lot of production from their bench unit. De'Aaron Fox started stepping and activating up. Smart with the poke. And it's LeBron on his first sequence back to Luka. Chance to cut it to within 11 or 12. Cornet on the switch on Luka. Hooks one up. The alley-oop to Hayes. And it's a 12-point game. The Lakeshore saying, don't go anywhere or we're not dead yet. 2:42 to go in the second. The Lakers outgunning the Spurs in points to the paint, 32-16. That's been their bread and butter. 12-point Spurs advantage as it's Harper. Almost poked away, but Harper managed to keep it. Timeout is called by San Antonio. Harper is in some discomfort right up on his nose, hit on the face. Nice strip by Marcus Smart as De'Aaron Fox tried to lay it up. And Luka Doncic lobs it up to Jackson Hayes. Hello there for LA. We'll be right back. When we come to the halftime report, we'll be coming over with the news around all sports. We have the FIFA World Cup groups revealed as Harper moves inside, swatted away by Hayes. A vicious block saying no, no, no. San Antonio wants a goaltend called. However, none is called here. The ball was not coming down. It was moving up. A finger on the shot clock, and the Spurs are in a pickle because the shot clock is at .2. They must lob it up towards the basket. Otherwise, it'll be a shot clock violation. So in essence, Jackson Hayes might have forced a shot clock. Now we're having some errors with the game clock and the shot clock. John Goble is checking in with the scores table because the game clock showed 2:26 at the time of the block as it went out of bounds. I think the shot clock should show .5. JJ Redick is calling for Luka Doncic to guard Luke Cornet on this sequence. The shot clock is .2. It should be showing 0.5. The game clock is correct. It is 2:24. It's a 64-52 Spurs lead. I'm Alec Nava. If you're looking for Red Wings Flames, John Ott and Ian Genji have the coverage with you on Twitter Spaces. That is at John Ryan Ott for the broadcast. It's a lot of build-up between these two historical rivals. The last time these two teams met in a meaningful game, the Spurs swept the Lakers in the first round of 2013 Western Conference Quarterfinals. Lob to Cornette, and there's nothing. That block from Hayes set that up with the shot clock at 0.2, and kudos to him for forcing that. And as such, it forced the Spurs back on defense. Not much that San Antonio could do. Luka Doncic starts up with the ball. Taking his one across with Hayes saying the screen. Luka fires the free. Far. Fox the rebound, preventing any second chances for LA. De'Aaron Fox attacking downhill. Spinorama almost lost it. It's going to be a jump ball. Hachimura grabbed onto it. Right on Fox. So the jump ball be settled between the two of them. Who's going to use the left to their advantage? 2:07 to go. The Spurs lead 64-52. And the Lakers, they're very much alive in this one. Despite trailing by 18, in the age of offense, double-digit comebacks have been more common in the league. Even those between 15 and 20 points, they've been getting more common. The Spurs do not want another third quarter letdown. This will be settled here. Touched out of bounds by Cornette. 2:04 left in the second. It is a 4-year, $41 million deal that Cornette signed to head to San Antonio. He is signed to back up Wembanyama. And maybe a starter of a power forward as Doncic lays it up. It's a 10-point deficit now for LA. Don't go anywhere yet. It's a 10-2 run for the Lakers in the last 2:26. Cornette with Hayes right onto him. Vassell setting up at the left hash. Cornette, oh my goodness, a tangle up. A foul against Luka, who is not happy about that, and has 2 more shots for Cornette. His only points have come on free throws. And that's the 3rd foul against Luka on the game. A vast differential of who is on the court, with the Spurs being plus 14 with Julian Champagnie on. If Cornette shooting 2 here. His first shot is good. Brian Wright, the general manager of the Spurs, is doing the best possible to construct a roster that can keep up with the league's best and build around Wembanyama. Cornette and Olynyk being 2 of such key pieces. 2 for 2 is Cornette, and the lead is back up to 12. Harrison Barnes watching over LeBron James. The Spurs are 16 of 19 on free throws. The Lakers have just 6 free throws on the game in its entirety. Luka, he is fouled on the play. He'll shoot 2. He's still upset about that tangle up. He will shoot a pair. He is the only one who has shot free throws on the game for the Lakers. 1:22 left in the second, as he'll shoot the first one. Good. Deficit's now 11 again. Spurs are attempting 6.1 free throws more than their opponent. Tops in the league. Second shot for Luka is good too. Back to a 10-point deficit for LA. Spurs still lead it 66-56. 1:15 left. Reaves wanting to get around. He's watching Vassell. Now Champagnie. Cornette on the starting 5 here for San Antonio. Vassell. LeBron watches. Cornette on the hook and ladder. Up and out. Hayes the rebound. He'll immediately feed the king. LeBron James moving downhill with the slam! Right on Cornet! Get out of the king's way! And on the other end, it's blocked by Hayes. 45 seconds left. Smart to Reaves. Rejected by Cornet. The action's starting to intensify here in LA. Fox, good. The crowd quieted here for the moment. Reaves grabs a loose ball off the botched inbound and immediately goes back to Luka. Luka Doncic. He'll look. Saying, get off me on Fox. Goes around him. Intercepted by Barnes. Here come the Spurs back. Fox takes his time of it. They don't have the last possession. Harrison Barnes with a two-handed slam. And the Spurs win the race to 70. LA with the last shot. 8 seconds left as Reaves. Austin Reaves with it with 3. With 2. Passing this one up is deflected. And a long heave for Cornet will bounce off the backboard. Luke Cornet and company are up 70-58 on the Los Angeles Lakers. The hope for them is that they avoid the third quarter woes. The end of the second quarter will have an emphatic slam by LeBron, a posterizer. But it's the Spurs up 70-58. And Cornet unfazed by that poster. I am Alec Nava saying we'll be right back for the halftime report. Welcome to the halftime report. I'm Alec Nava. 70-58 is the Spurs lead at halftime. 3-point shooting, it's been a vast differential between them. The Spurs are 10-20 from free. The Lakers 5 of 16. That's been the woes for the Lakers, and 3-point shooting has not been their bread and butter. San Antonio wants to make sure that the third quarter meltdowns that happened against Cleveland and New Orleans don't repeat here at Los Angeles. Fast break points has been vastly in favor of the Spurs, 20-10. If there's one advantage the Lakers have, it's points in the paint, 36-20. And the Spurs have 6 steals, while the Lakers have 2. The Lakers 4 blocks, Spurs 3 blocks. So as as I mentioned about the FIFA World Cup, the groups have been announced. It is 12 groups of 4 teams. The Group A will have Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and the winner of UEFA Path D between Czech Republic, Ireland, Denmark, and North Macedonia. Group B consists of Canada, Qatar, Switzerland, and the winner of UEFA Path A between Wales, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Italy, and Northern Ireland. Group C consists of Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Group D consists of the United States, Paraguay, Australia, and the winner of UEFA Path C between Slovakia, Kosovo, Turkey, and Romania. Group E has Germany, Curaçao, Cote d'Ivoire, and Ecuador. Group F has the Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, and the winner of UEFA Path B between Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, and Albania. Group G has Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. Group H has Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. Group I has France, Senegal, Norway, and the winner of the International Pathway 2 between Iraq, Bolivia, and Suriname. Group J has Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. Group K has Portugal, Uzbekistan, Colombia, and the winner of International Path 1 between the Democratic Republic of the Congo, New Caledonia, and Jamaica. And Group L has England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. So that is the groups for the FIFA World Cup. The latest around the Olympics shows that the ice hockey arena constructed in Milan has some concerns. Gary Bettman, the commissioner of the NHL, said that the slow construction of the Milan Cortina rink is disappointing. He said at the Winnipeg Jets facility, quote, "I'm not trying to pile on this and all the prior Olympics where they built permanent or temporary facilities. It's never been this late for completion the building of ice, and so that's why we're cautious." NHL Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly said the completion date of the main rink is set for February 2nd. The women's tournament is scheduled to start February 5th. The men's hockey tournament runs from February 11th to February 22nd. Daly said previously there's nothing the NHL organizers can do about the dimensions of the 16,000-seat Santa Giulia Ice Hockey Arena and secondary road facility. And the NHL did get caught off guard when it became apparent that the two rinks' dimensions will be slightly wider and 3 feet shorter than what the league and the IHF agreed upon. The NHLPA have reminded the IHF that they expect the ice surface to be standard NHL size at the 2030 Olympics in France. So, in terms of the final picks for the Olympic squads, on December 31st or thereabout, we're going to learn who is going to be selected to represent their nations at the Olympic Games, along with who will be on a beach watching those Olympics from afar. So we'll have the teams of the 4 nations on the final picks. So we'll start with the defending champion, Canada, in the 4 nations face-off. The selections that ESPN has had. So the first 6 selections are automatic selections. Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, Sidney Crosby, Sam Reinhart, Cale Makar, and Braden Point are the first 6 selections for Canada. ESPN predicts that the ones joining them are forwards Nick Suzuki, Mitch Marner, Macklin Celebrini, Mark Stone, Mark Scheifele, Tom Wilson, Connor Bedard, Brandon Hagel, and Brad Marchand. The defensemen Devon Taves, Thomas Harley, Shea Theodore, Josh Morrissey, Colton Parayko, Travis Sanheim, and Drew Doughty. The goaltenders Jordan Binnington, Logan Thompson, and Scott Wedgwood. So for the United States, up next, the first 6 selected are Brady and Matthew Tkachuk, Austin Matthews, Jack Eichel, Quinn Hughes, and Charlie McAvoy. Joining them are forwards Jake Gensel, Jason Robertson, Kyle Connor, Vincent Trocheck, Tage Thompson, Matt Nyes, Dale Larkin, Jack Eichel, Matt Boldy, Cole Caulfield. Defensemen Jacob Slavin, Brock Faber, Zach Werenski, Adam Fox, Noah Hannafin, and Jake Sanderson. And goaltenders Connor Hellebuyck, Jake Ottinger, and Jeremy Swayman for the ESPN predictions. The Swedish predictions from ESPN are the first 6 being Lucas Raymond, Gabe Landeskog, William Nylander, Adrian Kempe, defenseman Victor Hedman, and Rasmus Dahlin. And joining them are forwards Leo Carlson, Mika Zibanejad, Jesper Bratt, Elias Lindholm, Elias Pettersson, Marcus Johansson, Joe Eriksson, William Eklund, Philip Forsberg, William Karlsson, defenseman Gustav Forsling, Rasmus Andersson, Matthias Ekholm, Erik Karlsson, Jonas Brodin, Hampus Lindholm, goaltenders Jacob Markstrom, Philip Gustafsson, and Jesper Wallstedt. And Finland's predictions from ESPN. And the first 6 selections were Mikko Rantanen, Sebastian Aho, Miro Heiskanen, Esa Lindell, Jussi Saros, and originally Alexander Barkov, who will not be available because of his torn ACL and MCL, so he will have to be replaced. Joining those 5 selected are Arturi Lehkonen, Teuvo Teravainen, Kaapo Kakko, Oliver Kapanen, Eric Halla, Anton Lundell, Michael Granlund, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Joe Armia, Eetu Luostarinen, Matthias Michelli, Rope Hintz, as I think I mentioned that already, defenseman Nico Mikkola, Uro Vakanainen, Rasmus Ristolainen, Henri Jokiharju, Olli Mata, Nicholas Matinpalo, goaltenders Kevin Lincoln and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Remember, these are just predictions from ESPN. These are not the final rosters. So we have a final score update. So in the game that John and Ian covered, the Detroit Red Wings won 4-3, though they have to survive a comeback attempt from Calgary. Alex DeBrincat scored 2 goals. Axel Sandin Palika and Dylan Larkin each had a goal. Calgary tried to come back into third period with Joel Farabee on a penalty shot, Matt Coronado, and Mackenzie Weegar. Weegar could be a final selection for Canada. We'll have to find out. When we come back, it'll be the second half for the NBA Cup quarterfinal game. I'm Alec Nava. Stay tuned. We're set to begin the second half here The Spurs lead 70-58, and the hope for them is that they do not have the third quarter demons resurface again at the worst possible time. We go to our first half stats. On free throws, the Spurs are 16-19. The Lakers have shot just 8 free throws, making 5 of them. The bench points has been a drastic difference. The Spurs are outscoring the Lakers on bench points 29-7. And that's despite the Lakers having the advantage of points in the paint 36-20. They attack downhill in transition, but they cannot have the fast break points go up onto a big time deficit getting away from them. And the Lakers need to make those adjustments and they have to make those adjustments work after that halftime. So, and the 3-pointers, perhaps the Lakers need to stay away from them because that aspect of the game doesn't work for them that much. De'Aaron Fox has been the vocal leader without Wembanyama on the Spurs. He has 10 points, second most on the starting 5 to Harrison Barnes, who has 13. Luka Doncic has a game-leading 24 points on 8 of 17 shooting. And after him, it's LeBron James, who has 12 points. Austin Reaves has just 4 points tonight. And limited that much, despite 6 assists. Jake LaRavia is a team worst -19, or game worst -19. They assume that they'll have to start him on the bench. So the Lakers are going to have no room for error. The Spurs begin with the first possession. They lead 70-58 as everyone's getting back on their seats. LeBron's watching Stephon Castle. Now over to Vassell. Doubled up. It's Castle. Wide open free. Right wing side. Yes, sir. The Spurs pick up where they left off. Expand the lead to 15. 20 seconds in as Reaves finds Luka. Castle watches. 8 in the screen. Luka activates up. Backs out. Moves up for Ayton. The 2 top 3 picks in their draft exchange passes. Luka fades away. Short. And a rebound grab by Castle. Stephon Castle moves over to wide open Vassell. Another one. It's back-to-back threes to begin the third quarter. They restored their 18-point lead and want to not let that one go. LeBron drops back. It's Ayton. Hooks one up. In. DeAndre Ayton on the connection. It's back-to-back threes. Maybe back-to-back-to-back. No, this time Castle's going to go inside and lay it up. 78-60. Left to right. As Castle is going shifty with the ball. This is poked away by Fox. Austin Reaves. Here is Fox for free. Short. Rebound by Ayton as he stole rebound away from Castle. LeBron to Ayton. Downhill. Ayton reverse layup. Doesn't go. He gets his own rebound back. And Ayton had that one poked out of his hands by Fox. Lakers will keep it. Stephon Castle moves towards the outside of Rui Hachimura. The Spurs exposing a weakness that the Lakers have. Defense. And despite the absence of Wembanyama, the Spurs have been doing well defensively. LeBron a free is too far. And 3-pointers have not been kind to him. Stephon Castle in tight. Right on Ayton. And they expand their largest lead tonight. 20 points. 80-60. That explosive second quarter start been a beneficiary of that. And San Antonio leading big. We'll be right back. The Spurs come out firing in all cylinders in the second half, righting the wrongs from previous third quarters on a 10-2 run right afterwards, picking up from where they left off. The Lakers need to answer in kind with the fresher legs that San Antonio has. Doncic to James. LeBron James going to Austin Reaves. Reaves to LeBron, who's watched by De'Aaron Fox. With his back turned, Hachimura, corner free. Got it. The deficit trimmed to 17, and Hachimura wanting to do his part in igniting a comeback. Devin Vassell up front with Hachimura defending. Right corner, it's Barnes. Right on his face. 83-63 as Luka Doncic could only watch that one fly. Reaves and LeBron exchange passes. Ayton's a screen on Fox. Reaves, a deep free from the logo. My goodness. Cornet the rebound. That was a daring try from Austin Reaves. Devin Vassell to De'Aaron Fox. Fox right around, spins, mid-range shot. Oh my! De'Aaron Fox putting the Lakers on a spin cycle. That magic he kept with Sacramento, still there. Luka Doncic has it. The screen from Ayton is Luka. Will carry this one himself. Will find a wide open Ayton. Fouled by Cornet. 8:51 left in the third. The space that Fox creates right around Reaves. Off balance as he rattles this one like it's no problem. Make that look easy. The University of Kentucky has developed a litany of guards as Ayton makes the first free throw. A lot of star guards in the NBA coming from the University of Kentucky, including De'Aaron Fox. Ayton missed the second one. It is Cornet the rebound. Castle, who comes from the University of Connecticut, under tutelage of Dan Hurley. And Fox is a pupil, John Calipari. Here he is with it. He'll step back and fire a free, short, and this rebound falls to Reaves, ironically. LeBron lob pass to Ayton, doubled up immediately, poked away for a moment. Reaves moves inside, downhill, lays this one up, missed it as it was contested. Reaves is behind the play. Vassell backs out. Reaves has to get back. Corner free for Castle as Reaves got back. Hit the side the backboard. He falls down, tried to draw a foul. 2-on-2 as LeBron attacks Barnes. No problem for him. He'll just take it to the glass. Less than 8 minutes to go in the third as it's an 85-66 Spurs lead. 14 points for the King on 7-12 shooting. He's trying to find his rhythm. Fox, Castle. He'll step back, fake the free. He'll go downhill again. Castle fouled by Reaves. Stephon Castle continuing to terrorize the league in his second year. It's the first time ever in which the same team has had back-to-back Rookie of the Year winners between Wembanyama and Castle. It'll look like It'll look like there was serious competition from the Sixers in that regard, as Castle restores a 20-point lead. Castle wearing number 5, Fox, as a result, switching to number 4. Keldon Johnson and Dylan Harper take the place of Harrison Barnes and De'Aaron Fox, as both of them sub out. Harper being the first on the Spurs to wear number 2 since Kawhi Leonard. Castle leads the way with 17 points, showing why he's last year's Rookie of the Year. The second shot is good. And Wembanyama's enjoying every bit of it. 87-66. Reaves will look. Austin Reaves moves it up for Doncic. Luka Doncic guarded one-on-one by Castle. Castle's been having the game of his life. LeBron to the inside, lays this one up. No good. That one bounced off the outside, and behind the play, Johnson got a hand up on his face, and he is in serious discomfort. Looks like it's his right eye. His teammates coming over to help him as LeBron gets the foul. He has 14 points. Now minus 21. There's a slap down as, got caught up high right up in the eye. Probably an acting job that got him to sell. And another foul. Cornet. 7:11 to go here in the third. And another foul here as LeBron is going to get subbed out. We saw a foul against Austin Reaves as Castle will take his time with this. Doesn't have any options as Reaves blocks the path. Now Castle gets an opening on the left corner for Keldon Johnson. Heat check time. Oh, that's free shots. Foul is called. So Keldon Johnson's going to head to the line to shoot free shots. And Luka Doncic has 4 fouls against him. Everything that could go wrong has for the Lakers. Touched right on the hand on the shot. Oof. And that was a slapping motion from Doncic as Johnson missed the first shot. Again, it is free shots for him. 24 points for Luka. He's playing on 4 fouls. And you wonder what happens to the offense once as he subs out. Second shot missed. He's missed 2 of free shots thus far. And you wonder how much that has to do with the hand being caught up by Luka. Now the third shot, this one also missed. Oh my goodness. He missed all 3 shots. Another whistle here. Oh my goodness. You can imagine 3 free throws being shot. Victor Wembanyama was working on his 3-point shots as he was testing himself. He led the NBA in blocks the last 2 seasons. He's missed the last 12 games of a calf injury. Another whistle here. And the whistles just keep on coming. Keldon Johnson, the first foul. Stephon Castle, the second foul. The two of them stand at 1 and 4 fouls respectively. Castle, like Doncic, has 4 fouls. Julian Champagnie is going to check in. Because of the length of options the Spurs have, they can go deep into their bench. Luka Doncic moves up. And yet they keep on coming. When are we going to have something other than a foul here? Now it's Dylan Harper getting called for a foul this time. The refs are taking center stage. And now Luka's going to shoot 2. Each team has 4 fouls. First shot for Luka is good. So Luka Doncic, a chance to cut this to within 19. And Austin Reaves sitting down for this moment. Second shot, good. It's a 19-point deficit. The Lakers don't have an answer just yet. Reaves is still out there, excuse me. Harper looks right on Ayton. Dylan Harper backs out towards the right corner and now activates on Ayton again. Decides not to lay it up. He'll look to Champagnie. A free left corner. And there's a foul away from the play. It is Rui Hachimura who took the hit. It's an offensive foul. The 3-point shot is wiped off. You have no memory of it. You have no recollection of it. It was an illegal screen set by Harper, they ruled, as Luka works on Champagnie. He'll back out, fakes the free, Reaves, backing away several steps, 10 to shoot. Reaves the screen from Ayton with Vassell still on him. Reaves, wow, nice handles. DeAndre Ayton, short. Reaves the keep, still looking, kicks it out over to LeBron. He fires a free. Not there. That was too far for him. Vassell to rebound. Devin Vassell. Looking left wing. Backs out. Is there going to be a screen from someone? Yes, there is from Cornette. He'll take a free. That one didn't go. Rebounds grabbed by James. Speeding up down the lane. Oh, and he lost the handle. I've almost thought it was knocked away for the moment. The Lakers had a run at the end of the second quarter. Now that's gone. Dylan Harper. Champagnie fakes the free. He'll go down the lane. The hook goes for Champagnie. It's 89-68. The Spurs leading. LeBron James all the way back. It's Mitch Johnson going to shots. James fouled. Now, was that a personal or shooting foul? So LeBron will go to the free throw line. Is a personal foul on Keldon Johnson. Is 2 shots. His first shot is good. So that'll get it back to a thin 20. Statistically, LeBron has been the worst free throw shooter on the Lakers this year. Berkeley's been around a higher 70% free throw shooter. He makes both here. The Lakers are within 19 again. But every time they're within 19, the Spurs make a basket. 16 points, 11 rebounds for James. Vassell saying the screen. Harper doubled up. Ball loose. And it's thrown away. No, they say it's going to go back to the Spurs because of a kickball violation. I almost thought it was thrown away. We may have to look at that one all over again. 89-70, San Antonio leads. The inbound to Johnson. Decides not to shoot the free. He'll hook it. Too far. Reaves waited for the rebound as it falls to him. Back with this is Doncic. Luka Doncic. Marcus Smart and Gabe Vincent back in the game. Luka on one leg. Nothing there. 8 to the rebound as he grabs it. Reaves moves up from the free throw line. Too far. Rebound saved, but it goes directly onto Johnson. Vassell hooks one up. Harper reverses. Airmailed it. Doncic, lob past Reaves. Oh, they just shoot. Banks it. The Lakers have cut into a 16-point game with 4:29 left in the third, thanks to Austin Reaves. And the Spurs will call timeout here. We'll be right back in a moment. still lead it 89-73. They've taken complete control of this game since the second quarter. Despite the 26 points from Luka Doncic, he has just 2 in this third quarter. Stephon Castle has 18 points with 9 in the third quarter. Let's see how this goes. The Spurs getting this back. Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell go to work. 4:25 left in the third. The Spurs' largest lead was 22 points. Dylan Harper finding Johnson. Immediately it's Champagnie with Vincent defending. Johnson spinning around Luka. Champagnie open free. Too far. And Luka grabs the rebound. Throws a lob pass over to Vincent. Vincent going back for Reaves. Luka screen from Ayton. Luka Doncic rolls one up and flings it through. 14-point game. It's an 89-75 lead for the Spurs. It's a 14-point deficit. Well, the Lakers go on a run. Champagnie looking back for Vassell. Instead goes to Kornet. Kornet wants somebody. He does. It's Harper. Harper driving down, lay one up, and good! And the foul! Dylan Harper in some discomfort afterwards, as both he and Kornet are helped up by Vassell. If Kornet grabbing onto Vassell. If Harper getting all the way to the rim. The foul is on DeAndre Ayton for knocking down Luke Kornet. It's going to be an and one for Harper, even though Harper wasn't the one fouled. Harper recognized which route to go. And now he's up to 11 points tonight. If Kornet ready to help, as soon as he takes him out, an easy bucket. Instead, they're going to switch out Harper for Kornet. So Kornet shoots this one. He made it. So it's just one shot, actually. Can you believe that? A basket made by Harper, and Kornet is the one making the and one. I don't know if I've seen anything like that. Luka has nobody open, and he'll take it himself. Luka draws one up. It bounces out. It'll be 2 shots. So Harper, who was the one making that layup, it is the one fouling Luka. 2 shots here for the Slovenian Wizard. 92-75, Spurs lead with 3:20 left. First shot is good. And Dylan Harper, despite being a rookie, he doesn't play like a rookie. He's going to sit down as he is at 5 fouls on the night. If San Antonio can hang on, that might not matter much. Olynyk subs in his place. Second shot is short. And speaking of Olynyk, he's the one grabbing the rebound. Jackson Hayes checks in. Marcus Smart as well. And Johnson tugged by Smart. Hayes gets a grab of the basketball after that practice shot. And the connection is Dylan Harper. He is the son of 5-time NBA champion Ron Harper. First shot is good for Johnson. 3:12 left in the third. He's been firing on all cylinders in a key piece off the bench for San Antonio. Doncic has 29 points on the night. Second shot is good for Johnson, his first point since that heat check. It's Luka. Back turn to Champagnie. Hayes the screen as Luka kicks it out right corner for Smart. The free is good. 15-point deficit now. 94-79. It's one thing to catch up to the Spurs, is another to overtake them as Olynyk surveys around Hayes. Hayes using his length to try to disrupt the play. Fox on a switch. Lob pass to Olynyk. Double teamed up. Olynyk trying to get around. And a foul. Austin Reaves called for it. A lot of a foul fest here. Every time the Lakers look like they're about to get back. The Spurs have an excellent counter. First shot for Olynyk is good. And those third quarter demons have not resurfaced here. An excellent response by the Spurs to account for all those third quarter meltdowns between Cleveland and New Orleans. LeBron James is back on the court. If Olynyk getting set to shoot his second shot. And it's good. Lead back to 17. And the Lakers need to get an answer. Smart, Vincent position at the right corner. It is Luka. Hayes gets out the paint. Doncic going back to Smart. He's wide open, a free. Back to back for him. Marcus Smart. The Lakers are caught up at 82 points, but the Spurs are 4 points away from winning the race to 100. Fox, watched by Hayes. He'll back out. Olynyk will have it. Barnes, who checked back in, doubled up. Right corner. It is Johnson wide open. That didn't go. Secondary effort by Barnes to get the rebound. Fox to Johnson. Watched by Smart with less than 2 minutes to go. De'Aaron Fox, one-on-one with Luka. Stepping around from the inside the arc. Bounced out. Olynyk can't tip it in. It is LeBron. He'll move it down with a pace. Vincent, another pass. Here's Smart again. Can't deliver. A tip. All sorts of chaos at the rim. And the Spurs with the rebound. Moving up is Champagnie. Laying one up. Foul and one. Julian Champagnie. The Lakers were slow to get in transition, and their defense has been a main issue with that. The slow transition defense has been a problem for them all year long. And this is another example. The free throw for Champagnie is good, and that restores a 17-point lead. It's a 3-point play for Champagnie. 99-82 is the San Antonio lead. 80 seconds to go as Luka will hook around and make it through. San Antonio's outscored LA 40-13 off the bench. And could that be a continuing theme? Fox almost gave it away. He'll move it to Johnson. Euros around. Johnson takes contact. He'll shoot 2. And Luka Doncic is down. Assume this foul is going to be against Jackson Hayes. It's going to be against Hayes, not Luka. The Lakers know they need Luka for down the stretch. Both he and Reaves are each at 4 fouls. Stephon Castle is at 4 fouls. Dylan Harper at 5. Jeremy Sohan has yet to enter this game. They have not needed him, the Spurs that is. They have used that. They have mostly gone 4 deep between Johnson, Harper, Olynyk, and Champagnie, as that shot's good. 2 for 2 is Champagnie. Marcus Smart leading the charge here on the way back. 32 free throws for the Spurs. Smart goes to Luka. Smart fakes the free, steps back and fires this one. Another one. Marcus Smart has been on a heater from deep. This one from Pasadena. 40 seconds left. 14 points for Smart, 4-7 from deep. Smart staying with Fox. The switch to Luka. And this time a free is good for Fox. 104-87 is the lead here in the final seconds of the third. Luka activating down the stretch. Smart. Heat check time. This time it rimmed out. And here's Fox. Last shot going to the Spurs. Chance to expand it to 20 points. 9 seconds with Fox holding on to it. 5 seconds. The switch. 1-0 of Doncic. Fox will try it. Too strong there. And no time for the Lakers to do anything. Oh, and that one almost made it in. Wouldn't have counted regardless. But the Lakers are down by 17. They were 4-0 in group play. The Spurs, this young team, 12 minutes away from a date with Oklahoma City in the NBA Cup semifinals. The Oklahoma City Thunder waiting for the winner of this game between the San Antonio Spurs, who lead the Los Angeles Lakers 104-87. Wanting to hold on to this for 12 more minutes. Lakers trying to commence an impossible comeback. Trailed by 22. They entered this fourth quarter trailing by 17. 104-87. The lead as Luka will sit out to begin this fourth quarter. Jake LaRavia checks back in. It's Austin Reaves manning the show. Reaves spinning around Fox. Left to right, the Lakers go. Lakers in the purple jerseys. Spurs in the white jerseys. LaRavia to LeBron. No screen from LaRavia. On the right corner is Reaves. Yes, sir. Austin Reaves. Wanting to get this comeback jump started. The Lakers trying to get back up the pace. Wanting to keep up with the Spurs with the fresh legs. Castle. Double pumps. Banks it off the glass. 16 points is the lead for San Antonio. And Castle being at the forefront of it all. 20 points on 6 of 9 shooting. Reaves. Left corner. Castle caught up to LaRavia. The former Memphis Grizzly. Backing out of it. Intercepted by Vassell. Vassell downhill on LeBron. Doesn't go in the first try. Champagny follows up. They saw what Reaves did and said, oh, it's no problem. We'll get right back. Austin Reaves from deep. Too far. Wanted to get that one instantly. And Vassell will go back with it. Devin Vassell over to Stephon Castle. All the way across. Vassell. Cornet. Watched by Reaves. Off the glass and in. Timeout LA. 110-90 is the lead now. And San Antonio wants to take this lead and run with it. Jeff Castle with an excellent game for the Spurs. 20 points on 6 of 9 shooting. It's been a by-committee approach for the Spurs in the absence of Victor Wembanyama. And without him, they've had no problems offensively. If a game that's trying to be an offensive shootout, that means lines can be as deceiving as they are. Marcus Smart again. This time it's short. 13-2. The points off turnovers in favor of the Spurs. And point paints is the only advantage the Lakers had. And that's been trimmed down to 44-36. Darren Fox to Devin Vassell. Vassell surveying. He'll look back. And it's Castle. He'll step back. He's feeling it right now. He is feeling it right now. The Husky. He's on the loose here. This free doesn't go. That was a pass intended for LeBron James. Here's Fox. Give and go. Cornette. Foul here. Marcus Smart catching up to him. That didn't go as planned. And do keep in mind that Castle played just 19 minutes. As the 4 fouls were against him, Dylan Harper has 5 fouls. Assume that we have seen the last of him because the Spurs are holding on to a 23-point lead, and we don't assume that's going to be let go. So it's Luke Cornette to the line for San Antonio. His first shot is rimmed out. If you keep in mind, 6 players on the Spurs have double figures. Luka Doncic checks back in. The Lakers have slowed down offensively with him on the bench. Cornette shooting the second one. It's good. It's 114-90. It's Castle with 23. Fox with 15. Barnes 16. Johnson 17. Champagnie 14. And Harper with 11. It's Reaves and Smart take their turns with the ball. Marcus Smart knocks down a free. So Marcus Smart has made 4 frees on the night. He's 4 of 9 from there. 14 points for him off the bench. And he's more or so for defense. Stephon Castle not knowing where to go. Smart with the takeaway. LeBron James down the lane. He's fouled. So he'll head to the line. At 41, or soon to be 41, still going, that power slam being the example of such of still going at 41 years old. The score is 114-94. I am behind by a bit. So I just got back after some technical problems on my side. But we should be good. So LeBron, there's the one that rattled in. So as long as the big three are healthy, the Lakers should be good. However, tonight has been one of those nights. The flaws being exposed. Now LeBron is minus 22, so that doesn't help. The second shot missed. Barely missed. He made that first one. The Lakers know they don't have a lot of depth. And they want to roll with, and they know that they have to roll with a top-heavy lineup. Smart. Taking away the vision of Barnes. The switch and Smart still onto him. Barnes being well defended. He has to put something up at the buzzer. Nice job by Smart to defend that. Now here he comes back. Smart stops. Oh my goodness. And that ball went off of Luka. If that's not a microcosm of what is tonight for the Lakers, I don't know what is. Barnes, too far on the free. Cornette grabs the rebound. And that's a vicious block. Castle not giving up on the play. San Antonio by far and away the better team tonight. 116-94. You can only do so much. If with this frustration with the referees as Reaves lays this one up. Nice pump fake from Reaves. He wants to ask J.J. Redick about the defense. He wants to have this one figured out. That took 3 seconds for Fox to have this one roll in. Off the layup. Well, he waited and waited for it to fall in, and it did. Physicality and the game, for the Lakers being the name of their game, the Spurs, their name of the game is quickness. Smart up free, and he made another one. Mitch Johnson is not taking any chances of an improbable comeback, as slim as it may be now, so he's going to call timeout. It's 118-99, San Antonio leading. We'll be right back. The pace of the Spurs has been tantalizingly fast. On one possession, it took 4.6 seconds to score. Then on another, as they were going tape to tape offensively, it took 4.8 seconds to lay the ball up. First one was on a three-pointer. Before you know it, there they go. They can take off. Dylan Harper back in the game is smart, pokes it away, but it is too far for him and it goes out of bounds. And Smart's going to bring a lot of energy to the Lakers defensively. On free throws made, the Spurs are plus 15, plus 11 on fast break points, and plus 22 on bench points. They've checked off all the boxes tonight with the quickness of their pace and how fast they can utilize it with their legs. Guard play has been important. Though Harper missed that one, that's no big deal for them. Here is Luka. To the rim, he is fouled. So that's not going to matter much anymore. Champagny has the foul. The defensive firepower is there with the Spurs to keep up with teams like the Lakers. Against the Thunder is another question because they've been playing like they've been on a whole different stratosphere compared to the rest of the league. The first shot is good from Luka. 9 of 13 from the free throw line. It is Doncic. And every time that the Lakers have attacked the Spurs, San Antonio has done a good job at countering back. Second shot's good. 118-101 is the Spurs lead with 7:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Luka has 33 points on 10 of 14 from the free throw line. Champagnie kicks it back out. Castle is feeling. He decides not to shoot the free. He'll go downhill and lay it up. It's been an outstanding night for the UConn Husky. Stephon Castle, how do you do? It is Luka. Lays it up. Some fans on the front row want the foul. None is called as Harper will pull up and kick it out right corners. Barnes, he can shoot it. He missed that one. The Lakers down 17. And a comeback is going to be near impossible here as Reaves smoked the layup. On the rebound, it is Castle. Stephon Castle. Does he decide to go downhill? No, he'll shoot a free. Short. Rebound tipped, and it'll be grabbed by Champagnie. Back out for Barnes, and it's Johnson. By the L of the Lakers logo, he'll pull up to the point. Johnson will try it. Short again. LeBron this time with the rebound. LeBron James up the far side. Watched by Champagnie. He'll go back over to Smart, and it's Luka. Luka Doncic. Waiting, and now moves inside. Doncic. Double covered. Oh my goodness. Even the rim said no. Dylan Harper goes downhill on Austin Reaves. Nice spin. And that's a goaltend. Rui Hachimura. It touched the glass first as Harper's trying to lay this one up. And even though Hachimura's trying to block it, it is a free 2 points for Harper. Doncic watched in tight by Castle. He can defend well. Kicks it out. Smart, the free. Made it. And more for Marcus Smart as the Spurs are intentionally running down clock. Harper with Reaves on him. San Antonio leads by 16 points. Is Stephon Castle. Almost lost it. And he does. 5:06 left in the fourth. San Antonio leads 122-106. They've won the race to 120. They have 3 timeouts left. The Lakers have 2. Luka Doncic starts up the offense as he feeds it to Austin Reaves. Both players have 4 fouls against. Less than 5 minutes to go, LeBron sets a screen on Reaves. Reaves lobs it to him. LeBron sells it, and he'll head to the line. Gets the foul called. We have yet to see who the foul is going to be against. Remember, Castle's putting on 4 fouls, Harper on 5. Among the players in foul trouble for the Spurs. Smart free, Bishop free, Ayton free. Champagnie free. That is Champagnie getting called for this foul. He's now up 4 against. So the refs are going to review the play to see if it's for a flagrant. Yeah, Champagnie did push LeBron at first. So as a shooting foul, initially, this is going to be reviewed. They're going to take a look. They're going to review it to see if they can upgrade to a possible flagrant 1. I don't see this as a flagrant. There isn't enough to suggest that this is a flagrant. Despite the push and the windup, there's no room for foul. There's no windup from Champagnie to make it. I know his upper arm, the upper arm Champagnie does hit LeBron on the hand. That's not a flagrant foul. But because it's LeBron and this is in LA, we'll have yet to see. There's a lot of time spent that he has spent in the NBA, and he is used to the impossible and to overcome them. Though he's at the end of his career now. This is a 16-point deficit, and it looks like the Spurs have this game all but won. Though the fact that he has carried on for 23 years is impressive. This is a common foul against Champagny, so it'll be just 2 shots. Yes, I have the pencil here. Just taking some notes afterwards. Maybe. Who knows? I accidentally showed it to the stream, but... well, learn more every day. 122-106. San Antonio looking to hold on for the final... for this final 451 to advance to Las Vegas for a date with the Oklahoma City Thunder. The first shot's good. The deficit now 15. But every time the Lakers have come close to trimming the deficit to single digits, the Spurs have answered back in kind. The second shot is good. And Champagny will start back, giving it to Fox. 122-108. The Lakers on a 12-4 run the last 3 minutes, but it might be too little too late. Fox tries to break free. Vassell with Barnes setting things up on the switch. Vassell with Doncic guarding him. Nice defense from him. LeBron with the rebound. The Lakers try to get this with quick pace. LeBron kicks it out right corner. Smart again from free. Knocks it down. Don't go anywhere yet. It is an 11-point deficit. The Lakers will not go quietly into the night. 26 points for Marcus Smart with 8 3-pointers. And Champagny, he traveled. 4:06 to play. What a game for Marcus Smart. 26 points off the bench on 8 of 13 shooting. And if there's anyone who's going to lead the Lakers back to an improbable comeback, it's him and Luka Doncic. And the leadership of LeBron James. Doncic wanting to get something. James the screen. Luka feeding it to Reaves. Reaves downhill, laying this one off. And one! It's a single-digit deficit now. Less than 4 minutes to play. 122-113 to score. San Antonio still leading this one. The Lakers staring at the face of adversity, unfazed by it. Looking to erase a 22-point deficit. Reaves to shoot the and one. On the way. Yes, sir! What a night it's been. It's an 8-point game. And this game has turned upside down. De'Aaron Fox in control, looking to run out clock. The Lakers have scored the last 11 points. Fox kicks it out. Vassell, Castle, Smart sticking with the play. Fox wide open for the corner. Cure! Crows the momentum here. De'Aaron Fox, a crucial free. Reaves to LeBron. Moving it to Smart, almost thrown away. LeBron James from the right corner, watched by Vassell. Reaves trying to get himself open. LeBron kicks it out. Smart fakes it, drives inside. That's to Hachimura. But that's a 9-point deficit now. Rui Hachimura playing his part. 3:05 to go. 125-116. San Antonio leading. Castle trying to run out clock. Everyone on their feet now. That recent run for the Lakers got them on their feet. The Spurs use their quickness here. They need to. Castle to the inside corner, watched by Luka Doncic. He's fouled. And Doncic upset. That's his 5th foul against him. Luka sitting at 35 points, 11 of 23 shooting, 10 of 14 for the line, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. It's frustration here from Luka. He's now on his last foul. They cannot afford to have him sit as Kornet makes the first shot. He's holding up his end of the bargain for the Spurs. So the noise has been quieted for a moment here in LA. Kornet with the second shot. He got it. 127-116. With 2:50 to play here. The Lakers have some energy left in them. The Spurs have shot 36 free throws, making 29 of them. The Lakers, 23 free throws. They've made 17. Here's Reaves. Looking around Barnes. Stepping up. High riser. Short. The rebound falls to James. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron. Now the question is, does LA foul here? You do not want Luka or Reaves in being the ones to intentionally foul. They're not going to foul anyone. Here is Fox. Stepping back. Double. The Lakers are calling for a travel. None is called. Here's Castle. Moving to the inside. Layup good and one. Wiped on off actually. It's a travel against Castle. A turnover here, which the Lakers, they wanted here. Though they wanted it to be called earlier. Here's Luka. Nice drop pass. Hachimura fakes the free. He'll go to LeBron. Hachimura to screen on him. Now another drop pass. Here's Hachimura. He can't hit it. And the rebound is grabbed by Castle. The Lakers have to think about fouling here. Castle takes his time. He's in no rush to do anything. The Spurs holding on to this lead. With Castle step back three on the way. Yes, sir! And that should just about do it. Stephon Castle, how do you do? 30 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists for the sophomore from UConn. Stephon Castle with the night of his life. 130-116. The Spurs looking to hold on for the final 90 seconds as the fans starting to head for the exits. The Thunder waiting for the winner of this game is Luka. Missed out on that one. But what a night it's been for the Spurs. No Wembanyama, no problem. And an offensive-minded game. Stephon Castle showcasing himself as the rookie of the year that he is. Austin Reaves gets foul number 5 against. So we'd assume that that's going to do it for all the main cast of characters. So we would widely assume that Castle was the player of this game. What a game it's been for him. An impressive all-around showing from Castle. And the UConn Husky family has to be proud of him. Donovan Clingan, Alex Caravan, everyone involved in that program, showing that he is thriving in San Antonio. No Wemby, no problem. And the reserves have checked in. Dylan Harper back in as everyone is done. Full-scale substitutions is Olynyk, Lindy Waters, Harper, Champagnie. Harrison Barnes is done. Everyone, and what a night it's been for San Antonio. Jordan McLaughlin being the last substitute. A layup is good for Champagnie. Dalton Connect, Smart, Bronny James, Laravia. And I assume that it is number 1 for LA. That is Adu Tierro. 132-116. The Spurs seconds away from a trip to Las Vegas. Lindy Waters doesn't intend to lay this one up as Harper wanting to run down this clock. Wants to get some more buckets. Ball loose. It'll be scooped up by Laravia. Dalton Connect takes the free. The Tennessee product gets some garbage time points. He hasn't been utilized a lot. But something here for him. Spurs not taking any chances on shooting this ball. This young core, in which they were hyped as one of the most promising teams when Wembanyama first came into the league. But little did you know that without him, it could become better than what they were without him last year. And he has to be proud. Who knows if they're going to be a top 3 team this year, but they may be on the cusp of something special. Hello, Las Vegas! The San Antonio Spurs have locked themselves onto a date with the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Cup semifinals. Your final score 132-119 off the back of an incredible performance from Stephon Castle. 30 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. He is your player of the game. De'Aaron Fox chimes in with 20 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. 5 players on San Antonio have at least 15 points. Players being Keldon Johnson with 17 points and 8 rebounds. Harrison Barnes with 16 points on 4th, 9 from deep. And Julian Champagnie, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. To overcome a 35-point effort from Luka Doncic, where he had 5 rebounds, 8 assists on 11 of 24 shooting. Marcus Smart with 26 points off the bench on 8 of 14 from deep. It was a special night for Castle. To wrap things up, here are your final stats. The Spurs finished 17 of 38 from free. Steals are 9-4 Spurs, in which they have accounted for 27-18 the advantage in fast break points. Bench points have been one-sided in favor of the Spurs. Keldon Johnson, Julian Champagnie, and Dylan Harper have made up for 46 bench points. The other 2 belonging to Kelly Olynyk. So in total, that's 48 bench points. The Lakers' bench points in total are 31 for them. But 26 of those 31 bench points have came from Marcus Smart. Taking away Dalton Connect's free, and that's 28 bench points. Once again, with 26 of them coming from Smart himself. The points off turnover, 16-11 Lakers, which is one of the few advantages they had. Points to the paint, 52-46 Lakers. That's going to do it from Los Angeles. I'm Alec Nava. I'll see you then. Good night, everyone.